before, and here's Amy too. Hey, I said what happens. It's the day before. It says January 19th for January 20th, and we're here in New York City. And pretty much what's happened is that I haven't put a video for some time. So the last time I wrote a video was was I guess before the election. So it was the day before the election. So we know the election, what everything happened with all the voter stuff and everything like that. You have that, and then you had after that we went to Stop the Steal, and that was in November. And then after that, we went to just Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, already passed. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, which all already passed. So yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. I just want to say a couple things real quick. I wanted to say that we're all feeling a little bit something right now because we were kind of hoping for a different outcome. And here in New York, we are New York City. We are not sure what's going to happen. We're kind of a little bit nervous because you have it where they're going to have all control of all the House, the Senate, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. House, Senate, same thing. The Senate, the House, the judicial branch, and the presidency. We know the real power is not in the presidency. The real power is in the Congress and the legislative branch. So what happens is that that's the power that makes all the laws that binds us. And they bind us with force. So we just ask God to give us strength and wisdom as to what to do. We're not sure exactly how this is all going to come out. We're not sure how this is all going to play out. Really, a lot of people are hoping for a certain person to come along and say or save us or some kind of military something. And even with the things that happened on the January 6th, if you get a chance to watch that video, watch the video. There's a part where the people circled up and they started praying inside there, and I thought that was like, wow, that was actually kind of interesting because the way they pitched it, and then people watched the prayer and they heard the prayer. But if you hear what they're saying in the prayer, they're not asking for to kill anybody. They're asking for for I guess wisdom to come back. Wisdom to return in the country, because what happens is there are laws that are being broken and people aren't following the laws. And that's what people are getting really upset about, because if the laws are broken and people are supposed to stand by laws, what the one set of laws for this person, another set of law for another person, and it's not fair, because that means it's arbitrary at that point. If the laws don't apply, like you had riots and rioters doing rioting type things, and they were all over burning cities and doing all kinds of stuff for hundreds of days. You have this one thing happen at the Capitol. I'm not saying to try and minimize it, but it's like it was one day, and I guess because they went to the Capitol and they scared the politicians for what happened. They didn't really do anything to them. They were unarmed. All the people who walked in there were unarmed. Nobody had guns. It wasn't a gunfight. And the people who got injured, there was a lady who got trampled. There was a cop who had a stroke. We got hit in the head with a fire thing. But and also the lady who got shot in the face. One of the things was that all these things were the sad part about it was that she had she got shot and she was a Marine, and all the people who got injured in a sense were people on the Trump side, on the conservative side. It wasn't really like insurrection in terms of that. They got into the building, but you got to look at that. They kind of let the people in. They really let the people into the building. But I don't know. I hope the truth will be heard and the truth will be known. But as here we are in New York, and pretty much we're on the verge of, not sure, everybody's afraid. People are just following, not listening, or they actually are listening to whatever rhetoric comes down the wire. They've done all kind of things to us last year. We went from having a freedom, and remember, the 3 years was pretty good, and then the fourth year last year, it turned into a pandemic, and there's people who have to answer, not even a pandemic, but people have to answer for this thing, for what they've done. There's got to be people to answer for what they did to us. I'm of the persuasion that this was not that our bodies talk to each other, and what happens when our bodies are injured, they tell other bodies how to not get injured in the same way. So it's kind of like an encouragement. So in the situation of this, we keep saying that we believe it's like this is a symptom of radiation poisoning, and it's every time there's a system of radiation that gets brought into the world, like AM, FM radio, radar, cellular things, as well. What happens is that there's an aspect of like it's like pretty much there's everybody has flu-like symptoms. Animals have flu-like symptoms. Everybody has flu-like symptoms when new radiation is released, a new poison, and our body deals with poison in certain ways. Just wanted to say, cause we're gonna be leaving soon. But, I just want to say we're leaving to go to the park, and I'm not sure about what we're gonna do in regards to New York. But for the most part, though, I just want to say we are fine. Our family is fine, and we're doing well. by the grace of God we live, and just say, be strong, Lord, in the power of His might. We want you to know that we were promised a lot of things, and we got none of those things. But God doesn't break His promises, so trust in Him, not in men. All right, God bless you. Talk to you soon. All right, bye. All right, bye.
Hey,